don't know if I could really say there is a best city for single Black women. Hello everyone, it's Ngozi and welcome back to Ejima. All right, in today's video, I'm going to be basically doing an update on a video I put out almost 2 years ago, which is crazy, on the best cities for single Black women. I still get a lot of comments on it and I feel like a lot of people enjoyed that video. But honestly, when I made that video, I was just using a lot of personal experience, looked up some websites, and it was really like just like a on-the-go list. But you know, it's been about 2 years, and honestly, based on experience, my personal experience, other people's experiences, I don't know if I could really say there is a best city for single Black women. If you're interested in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Basically, that video was centered around single Black women and really was around dating. And from the comments, I still get comments up to this day. Oh my gosh, where is so hard? There's people that are in those cities. Some are saying, oh, it's not true. Some are agreeing. And honestly, that was about 2 years ago. I realized it's hard everywhere. As you all know, I recently moved to Houston this year. Can't believe it's about to be 1 year soon. Look up for that 1 year update video. And Houston was one of the cities on the list. Let me give a quick recap. If you haven't watched that video, I'm gonna link it below. Please watch the video because it actually is informative. But the cities that I had listed were 3 were in Texas: Houston, Austin, San Antonio, and then the DMV. And then Raleigh, North Carolina, right? So back then, when I made the list, I was in New Jersey. Now, after living in Houston for almost a year, I'm telling you, I understand why people said it's a struggle here. And I feel as if nowhere is easy. Nowhere is perfect. Some places I do believe are slightly better, but I do understand it's a universal struggle. It's even a global struggle. It's a global struggle, honestly. It's not even just America. It may be on another level here, but when speaking to other women who are other parts of Africa, like they're struggling there too. So this video, I really wanted to get away from the whole single Black women, and just look at the best places to live in America for Black women. All right, a lot of times we attach, you know, where we want to live, our happiness with dating, and it's natural. It's a natural desire. You're thinking about starting a family. That's a lot of people's natural, you know, it's a natural desire for women, especially as they get older. But I think it could be a little dangerous having in your idea, and I mentioned this in my moving to Houston video, having in your mind that somewhere's going to solve your problems, because there's no easy way out. Everyone is struggling. There's problems everywhere. Nowhere is perfect. Of course, like I said, I do believe some places can give you a better opportunity. They could be better environments, but I think it's dangerous to think that, you know, somewhere's going to be so much better than where you are, because honestly, it's a struggle everywhere. So I compiled a list, actually. Black Health Matters compiled a list. I'm going to be looking at my phone, y'all. I saw one article that looked at women, best place for Black women financially, and I didn't really like it. The places were a little weird. I don't want to use that. So this is looking at the best cities in America for health outcomes, which I think is really important, because everything stems from health. If you're happy, you're healthy, you know, you're more likely to, you know, do better at work, you know, be a better partner, you know, be a better parent. So I think sometimes we look at all these other factors, and I feel like looking at health outcomes, quality of life, is equally as important as looking at where you're going to go find a partner, which is not even really guaranteed. That's all. A lot of it is speculation, all right? Based on blackhealthmatters.com, using City Lab Index, and they looked at factors that are not usually accounted for when people talk about best places to live in America overall. This is specific for Black women. So look at health conditions, educational opportunities, educational accomplishments, and income status. So top 10, we have 3 places in North Carolina, right? So North Carolina stand up: Greensboro, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, and Charlotte, North Carolina. I know Nnena's gonna be happy about this one, all right? So those 3 were in North Carolina. And then we have 3 also in Florida: Miami, Florida, Orlando, Florida, and Tampa, Florida. All right. I've been to Orlando. I haven't been to Miami or Tampa yet. I really want to go to both of them, Miami especially. But those, Florida had 3. And then we have Minneapolis, Minnesota. We have Washington, D.C. We have Atlanta, Georgia. And we have Boston, Massachusetts. All right. So there are 10. These are the 10 cities on the list of best metros for Black women's health outcomes. So I'm going to link this article below, and I thought it was really a little interesting. I could see why North Carolina would come in some parts of Florida. I'm shocked nowhere in Houston, nowhere in Texas, excuse me, came up. I'm like, that's a little biased. DMV wasn't our best on the best list for single Black women, so it wasn't shocking that DMV came up. I know I did say I'm going to mention the cities for income, but we looked at cities for Black women, income. 2 of them were in Texas, which is Missouri City and Grand Prairie, Texas. We have California, 3 in California, Inglewood, Rancho Cucamonga, and Fairfield. Yeah, so it's just really interesting. There's a lot of factors that go into these calculations, and everything is relative. No matter how much they do surveys and analysis, nothing can really speak for people's personal experiences. So I just wanted to catch up with you all and give you a little update. But how do you feel about that list? In terms of health outcomes, especially North Carolina and Florida, both having 3 cities. Very interesting to me. I could see it though, now that I think about it. Atlanta was there, DMV, then we have 2 other places, Minneapolis and Boston. So I could see that. Honestly, looking at it, I could see that. But honestly, like I keep saying, I keep pushing, I'm gonna keep saying it. Nowhere is perfect. No, there's no quick fix. All right. I do believe that places are better. I'm not going to argue. I do believe that some people have better outcomes. Just probably moving to even another city within their own state can be, just quality of life, everything, so there's a lot of big factors. Socialization. I realized, especially that video I made was right. When was that video made? Like we were still kind of in the pandemic. A lot of people just don't go out like that anymore. It was hard just meeting people, platonic friendships, not even just romantic partners. So I think that definitely has a factor. For example, somewhere Atlanta, people are always out. There's so much to do. I can see someone, just having a better overall quality of life that if they really enjoy, personal connections and going out and meeting people, that would probably be easier to do than maybe some more rural part of Georgia, so you can't take away these factors that all contribute to why certain people influx to certain places more than others. But yeah, that's an update. I was gonna make a video talk about 5 new places now that I'm in Houston. I'm like, honestly, like nowhere is perfect. I do think Texas is good though, despite the struggle here. I'm not even gonna lie, and I'm gonna make a separate video on that. I do think Texas is good in the sense that it's big, and I think that even though Houston's a fast city, just being in the South, people think differently, and the morals are different, and people are more tend to be a little more traditional, and I think people still like value marriage and things like that. So I can understand why a lot of these places that usually make these lists are like in the South, because it's just a different lifestyle down here. The South is definitely a different lifestyle. But let me know how you guys feel about this video. We have more videos coming. How do you feel about the cities that I listed? If you live in any of these cities, please comment down below, share your experience, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye.